Hey, good morning, welcome back. Eric from Juniper Acres. So I wanted to give you guys an update. I did decide to go live with a firewood stand. So I got Memorial Day weekend coming up, and I wanted to make sure that I had some firewood out for that weekend. I actually set it up 2 weeks ago before I went camping. I'll show you what I did, but I had an old trailer that we had from a hunting lease that I took the sides off and repainted it and put it out and use that, but I'll show you about that. But it's just kind of temporary until I figure out whether or not I want to build one or approach the farm across the street. So we'll see how it goes, but I did put it out 2 weeks ago. I did get a cash box. I got a Venmo account attached to it. Haven't had any theft, so that's good. I'm pricing it at $6 a bag, and I feel like in our area, given the size of these bundles that we're selling, I don't think that we should be trying to undercut each other. You know, I think, you know, I see them for $5 a piece. I think we should be at $7, but $6 is where I'm at right now. But considering it's almost twice as much as what you're getting at the local stores for less money, I feel like we could all do a little bit better at pricing it to sell. But I understand we all want to sell it too. So we'll see. I'm kind of excited about it. I've got bundles. The sign says 3 for $15 or $6 a piece. And I had 2 sales where people took 3 and paid with cash for $15. So that's pretty good. I'm going to go show you what it looks like, and we'll give you an update as we go through it. Thanks a lot. All right, here is my setup right now. So I had some signs, that I hand painted just kind of as a makeshift thing. And I got my little trailer set up. It is permanent for right now, semi-permanent. I got a cash box attached there, and you can see I wedged it in there, and it's got 2 screws and a bolt holding it. Not that somebody couldn't get it if they want to, but I've got neighbors. One's a police officer. Pretty high visibility area. So you can see I've got some stacks on there, mostly maple and persimmon. That's what I had that's been dry and ready to go, and I'm rearranging the stacks. And then over here is what I have. I've got some cherry BBQ Smoking wood. It's cherry chunks from the leftovers of that cherry that I had in the previous video. So I'm currently doing that with just wrap. I had some left over. Really nothing's costing me anything except for the cash box. But the cherry wood I had left over from the previous video where it was cut too long by BG&E. Cut the ends off, and I make these cherry chunks and I bag it. These I sell for $10 a piece. It's a good bag. I sold quite a few of those last year and this year on Facebook. Got my Venmo account. If you guys want to make a donation, there you go. Just kidding. $10 per bag for the cherry chunks, and firewood bundles $6 each, or 3 for $15. So that is my current setup, but I have a pretty good corner lot here, and I will try to see, it's the main road there. I'm gonna probably build something. I don't have a tractor or anything like that to move it, so once it's there, it's gonna be there unless I make it smaller. I thought about converting the trailer into a stand, building around it, but I really miss having that trailer. I use it to haul firewood back and forth from my pile all the way to the house all winter long. So all I do, again, haven't spent any money, just kind of bootleg. I have a sign that I just made out of cardboard, kind of made up my own stencil, just some black paint that I had laying around. This is engine and enamel black, but just again trying to use what I have. And then I just sell most of this on Facebook. Haven't sold any from the stand actually, which I'm a little surprised at, because it sells pretty good on Facebook. I got a $50 delivery going out this afternoon, but that's all I do. Cherry barbecue wood, bag it, $10 a piece, and we go from there. That way I'm not wasting any of the cherry. It's just all the stuff that's too small to use. So from that last video, this is all the cherry that I was able to cut and split. So I got 2 rows, not quite 2 full face cords, but That's what I yielded. And then I took all the cookies or the cutoffs and made my chunk firewood. So it's little pieces like this that can't really be used for anything else, too small, but again, I don't want to waste it. So I'll cut those down and I'll show you how I do that with the splitter. I've only got 3 pieces here, but I just want to show you how I do it. I did have another recent score of some cherry. These are all cherry rounds, pretty good size cherry. So I do like cherry. I seem to find it a lot. I had a couple on my property that I cut, and I like that I can sell for chunk wood. It smells really nice, dries pretty quickly, so it's a good wood to have around. So what I do is I try to stack, just to be efficient, I try to stack as many pieces as I can in a row, at least for the first couple splits, just to get them cut down to size, and then we'll narrow them down from there. what I do, let me just show you here. So that's the pile. So what would have otherwise been tossed away or not usable, those little cookies as I call them, that's probably about 4 bags worth, so $40 worth of cherry. The moisture content on this is already under 20%, but I'll recheck it before I bag it. And then what I do with some of these chips, a couple things. If I have enough of them in the shreds, I'll make a bag of shreds for like small smokers, like the Smoky Joes and things like that. So that way I try to waste nothing of it. And then I also take these chips from the chipper. Normally I put a tarp underneath, and what I'll do is I will take that to the garden and use it as mulch. So let me show you the next step. So I like the smell of cherry when it's split and when it's cut. I read online somebody that said they didn't really like the way it smelled. It smelled terrible, but I don't know about that. Anyway, take my bags. These bags, by the way, have gone up in price. 2 years ago when I bought a bag, they were figuring like 30 cents for 100, 30 cents per bag per 100. Now I think they're 65. But I don't worry about that too much because I am selling it for $10 a pop, right? So $10, you see how long that took me. Then I just normally fill the bag to where it's not too heavy, but manageable. And these chunks just go in here pretty easy. Maybe one more. It's a nice bag of cherry wood for a smoker. So people like to cook with cherry. I'm going to try to do this with some of the hickory that I have, although I don't have any cut-offs, so I'm probably just going to sell hickory as smoking wood, either through Facebook Marketplace or at the stand. I'd have to make another sign, so I haven't figured that out yet, but my goal would be to sell the hickory for more than I'm selling just the general hardwood, you know, at $6 a bundle, because people pay. If you go to Tractor Supply or Walmart, see the cost for a bag of chips, smoking chips like this big, you know, they charge 15 bucks, 10 bucks. You can get a whole bag, probably 3 or 4 smokes at least out of this, large or small smokers, so I think it's definitely a better value. Normally I would take this right to the stand, but I'm gonna check the moisture on it and verify that it is dry and ready to go, and then I will load up, put them right on the stand, and hopefully we'll sell some for Memorial Day weekend this weekend. So I showed you, I held up a piece of wood that had some carpenter ants in it. Every cherry tree that I've either cut that's been dead or found dead has ants in it, the carpenter ants. I think that's the demise. I think they get wide at the base and they sprout off, and I think the ants start working in there and just weakens it, and eventually they just die off or break off. But anyway, so the moisture meter I use, it's just a general. I think I got this on Amazon for, I don't know, 15 bucks maybe, but just gonna check it. So that one's showing 21%. 21%, 22%. But again, this is used for smokers, so I try to keep it at 25% or below. As we all know, or if you don't already know, but you want moisture to be under 20% to burn in your fireplace, wood burning stove, things like that. Anything below 25 is generally pretty good. I shoot for 20% for anything I burn or anything that I sell. But the other thing you want to consider is that smoker wood, normally what happens with smoker wood is you soak it in water to actually add moisture, because you're really just trying to create smoke, and you're not burning it for heat. So at 25% or below, if it's 21 to 25%, I feel pretty comfortable at selling it, as long as I'm advertising for cherry smoker wood. So that's what I've been doing. Like I said, I've sold 20 bags of it already this year, and I'm going to sell 5 more this weekend. The nice thing about that is, you know, I probably have 20 bags, including all this, will be 20 bags left. That's $200 for wood that would otherwise been wasted. Once it's gone, it's gone. I mean, I don't seek it out to cut it this way, but the other thing I'll do is anybody who messages me as I'm starting to run low, I'll start asking them what size their smoker is. There are some guys that get it from me that have commercial smokers, and they're having parties and they'll just load it up with wood. And in that case, they may actually want logged cherry. So I can either sell them a bundle of log cherry for the same price, or offer a discount depending on what they're looking for. But that way I can keep kind of an inventory of the clients who like cherry, reach out to them every year or when I do have it, and let them know I've got some and sell it. As long as you keep it dry in the bag, in a shed or something like that, it'll keep for a long time, as long as you keep the ants out of it. So I'm gonna bag the rest of this up and get it on the stand. If you enjoy this content, or if you have any questions, send me a message, let me know. Hopefully we'll keep this going and I can give you some updates. So we are entering into Memorial Day weekend. This weekend I got the stand full, as you saw. Not full, but mostly full. I'm hoping we have some success with selling it this weekend. So subscribe if you want to follow along. Give me a thumbs up, and I appreciate your time. Thank you very much.